What do you think, Rob, are the key issues that she can touch upon that will really hit home with folks?
How she likes to fly around in private jets and stay in nice hotel rooms. I think it's when the First Lady goes out. I joked last week we should have a TV show called Governing with the Stars. This is just a chance for people to get close to a celebrity. I don't think that, but I think.
Can she give a compelling speech that inspires hope?
I'm sure she's capable of it. Are you talking about me, or what do I think? It depends on where it plays and who her audience is.
A number of people showed up at that event. Well, if more turned out for that reason, I don't know if they paid money for that particular event, but as you point out, Matt, many people will.
Sure.
So what's wrong with that, Rob?
Nothing's wrong with it. Okay, well, here's what's wrong with it.
You seem a little down on the First Lady today.
I'm down on politics and politicians right now. Okay, I'm going to criticize the Obamas again. I voted for Obama. Probably.
And you're a Democrat.
And I'm a Democrat, but I can take issue with them, and I think that's a bit, somebody can't just go, so you're a Democrat, Rob Taub, so therefore you support everything from A to Z. No, I don't have a laundry list like that, and I have strong critiques of Obama, one of them being he's a great campaigner, so is Michelle, but they're not good at conveying information.
Well, you have to be a great campaignner to get there, but
yes,
you
but he
didn't vote for him, I'm sure, just because he was a good campaigner.
Yes, I did. He tricked me.
Really?
No, he's look, what do I see as a weakness? I don't see Obama getting up and saying, look, everybody, this is what the stimulus package has done. Let me clearly explain in a nutshell in 10 minutes what this health care package is. I think I'm a smart guy.
If you could explain it in 10 minutes.
I can't explain it to myself or anybody else, and I don't know what's going on with the stimulus package. I Google things. I go online. You can find out fascinating pieces of information.
No, that part's good. And you're online, too, right? Is that where you blog? Tell us where you're blogging.
www.robtaub.com.
I guess they have a backup capsule too. I would hope they didn't make just one. I'm assuming. I read about the story this morning in the Post and the Times. I mean, it's incredible. I go into a panic attack on a long elevator ride, so I can't even imagine being. It's like deeper than the Empire State Building is tall. I'm a Democrat. I don't know if I'm going to wholeheartedly defend the Democrats. I'm going to attack both parties. They're polarizing the country right now. Neither party's doing their job. They're not playing politics. This is what I always say in Strategy Room, and I'm really curious to see the outcome of the elections because I'd like to see a Clintonian kind of presidency in place again, and that's going to mean we're going to need some Republicans in the House. And if that happens, Obama's going to have to start making deals and start playing politics. That's what makes this country run effectively, not two parties on the opposite end of the spectrums name-calling each other. President Clinton, really, he came down hard on Obama and on Bush, and it was more of a back-patting session for himself. But I also agreed with him taking his personal politics aside. He was saying what I just said, they're polarizing the country. There's a lot of name-calling, and he pointed out he had a balanced budget. He had an effective presidency. We should be having that again. We can't have what's existing now. It's not benefiting the country.
We didn't have the conflicts in Afghanistan and Iraq at the time either.
It's a huge issue, but it hasn't just come about from nowhere. This has been around when they started no-doc mortgages years ago. This is why one of the reasons we're in a terrible financial crisis now. Somebody could literally get a mortgage by just calling in on the phone to a mortgage broker, giving them a Social Security number, and if they had a good credit rating, and I have a 19-year-old son who hasn't really held a real job yet because he's in college. He has a perfect credit rating. So then they say, how much money do you make? Oh, I make $875,000 a year. Do they check it? No way, because it was shoddy salesmanship. It was really, it was probably illegal if you look at what was done. So I blogged about this morning. I just read a great article in Time magazine, I want to mention them on here, about Blockbuster being obliterated by Netflix because Blockbuster Video had an old business model. And our country, and this is both parties, they seem to think that we're the free world colossus that we were in the 1950s and the 1960s. Well, back then, Buffalo, New Haven, and Detroit were big, powerful, wonderful cities, and so was Cleveland, and we're not anymore. It's a different country, so we need a different model, and neither party is addressing this.